You got your toothbrush?
Check.
Do you have your deodorant?
Check.
Do you have your cozy clothes?
Got that.
What?
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna,
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bruh. Meeting families and taking road trips. Don't come back all bougie, man. Come back, got your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
The movie Get Out is directed by Jordan Peele, who's one of the guys from Key and Peele on Comedy Central. And it's about a black guy who's dating a white girl, and they go to meet the girl's parents. They live somewhere in the woods, and once they get there, some weird and crazy stuff starts happening. So when I first saw this trailer, it was a really interesting trailer, but the one premise, the one fact that got me really intrigued to go see it was that this guy was black. I mean, you look throughout the history of horror films. How many times do you see a main character that's black? It almost never happens. And really, I got the vibe from the trailer that it was gonna be some sort of socially relevant, racially directed film, and that's exactly what it was. And I gotta say, there's a lot to love about this movie. Like I said, this is a very socially relevant movie, especially for what's been going on the past few years. But what it really does well is it blends satire with racial tension, with horror, suspense, and a little bit of comedy. At its deepest root, this is really a psychological thriller. And the originality, along with this creative blend, is going to give you a unique experience, one that almost no other horror film can give you. It does an excellent job of shining light on the fact that nowadays people, they don't like to talk about race, they cringe at it. And it's only been 150 years or so since black people were enslaved by whites. And the effects of that period in history still linger today. And this film does a great job of sort of just making that realized again in a way that makes you really think deeply about it. Now, the acting in this movie was very good. The main character is played by Daniel Kaluuya. He's just this soft-spoken guy who loves his girlfriend and really just wants to make things work with her family. And he did an excellent job, as did pretty much everyone else. But for me, the main guy who really was the standout, I'd say, is his friend Rod. Now, I'm not exactly sure the name of the actor. Forgive me for that, but he did an excellent job. He brought the comic relief, and he brought the realism to the situation. The pacing in this movie might be a problem with some people. It wasn't really slow, but it wasn't a really fast-paced thrill ride like some horror movies are. It was kind of that perfect medium-paced movie where there's enough going on that kept you intrigued, but it kind of slowly built up until things got pretty heavy towards the end. Now, like I said, there's quite a bit of satire in this movie, but there was also a lot of suspense. There wasn't a ton of jump scares, typical horror stuff that you will see. Now, there was some of that, but it was more about suspense and building it. And the way Jordan Peele was able to interweave the satire with the suspenseful stuff, I thought he did an excellent job at that, and it really worked. I guess some flaws with the movie would be, at a point it did become predictable. It could have been executed a little bit better in certain parts, and the ending wasn't great. There was this huge build-up, and then at the end it just sort of ended. It was still satisfying, but it wasn't the strong part of the movie. But that's really me nitpicking. All in all, this is one of the better horror movies that I've seen in the past few years. And a hell of a directorial debut from Jordan Peele. He was able to make a satirical horror/comedy that was very socially relevant about race. And he made it work extremely well. Never thought I would say that in my life, but he did it, and I really look forward to seeing what he has to offer in the future. And I give the movie Get Out a 9 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will be having more movie reviews in the days and weeks to come. And with that, my name's Joe Orse, and I'm the Picture Pundit.